Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Eric Percival, Scuffed Gaming, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance. On our last episode, I died, so I am going to try to get my revenge, as is pretty standard for yours truly. I'm going to be playing the same character that we died on, which is Tainted Isaac, and yeah, I mean we're going to attempt to go for Mother again, if it's in the cards. And I know I said that last time, and in fact it was not in the cards. But I'm back on controller, which I know is a little bit of a misnomer for some people because they really want to see me succeed on keyboard, although I'm pretty sure some people just want to watch me fail on keyboard. So I did fail on keyboard. Got a little big for our britches. We got 3 Curse of the Unknowns during that run, including the one on the final floor. So that was almost like Black Candle giving me the giant finger, you know, letting me know, hey, you should have taken me. You know, I'm sorry, Black Candle. I guess we should have, shouldn't we? That is my fault. But we're going to start with the Book of Rev, which we will be very happy to have the Book of Rev. Now we're going to start with Guppies. Actually, we'll take Contra from below. And let's YOLO it. I see forever. Seems good, seems good. Contra from below is going to double our, or potentially is going to double our room payouts. And just like we were last time, we're still in the market for. Sometimes these guys attack out of sequence. And that one didn't attack us at all. It's kind of weird. Contra from below is going to double our room payouts every now and then, which we are excited about, as we do want to try to. The reason that I chose to go for Contra from below instead of Guppy's Collar, even though Guppy's Collar is a fine item, is because Contra from below has a chance to create some really, really crazy payouts, and we're still trying to be looking for things like Birthright. On our last run, we were suffering because we were not able to get Birthright until it was far too late. We had to say goodbye to a lot of really good items in the process. I don't really know what the algorithm is for finding the ultra secret room, so I'm not going to purport to be a professional when it comes to things like that, because I have no idea. But presumably it could be like 2 squares away from a special room, like the shop, for example. Oh yeah. Yep. If it isn't our good pal Diplopia, back again. Well, you know, we could take Diplopia. We could take Diplopia. Diplopia. We didn't take, well, we did take Diplopia last time, but we didn't get the chance to use it in any meaningful way because we fat-fingered our Emperor card last time. And it was really embarrassing, but I did that because I was on keyboard. I can already feel our dodging is just not that good today, keyboard or not, you know. It's funny because I think my shooting, my accuracy rather, on keyboard is better than my accuracy regularly, but I feel like I'm a little more fleet of foot when I'm here on controller. I think divorce papers is the play here. I'm gonna take divorce papers. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. And I do think we're gonna say so long to Diplopia, as good as Diplopia is. Simply don't think that we want to say goodbye to the Book of Rev so quickly. And let's go on down to alt path. Yes. It's gonna be Dross. Blood Puppy or the Fruit Cake? I think Blood Puppy for now. I know that Blood Puppy has the tendency to be a little bit on the dangerous side, but we can essentially use Blood Puppy to freely kill these rooms. It's compost. Or help us to clear these difficult rooms in Dross. Now, we don't have to touch that guy. I want to say after 15 kills, Blood Puppy is going to turn into a stage 2 form that is much more dangerous for us. But we will just have to handle that when that happens. And of course, being really more dangerous for us. It's also more dangerous for all the enemies in the rooms. No need to get too much closer to these Claudies. Our damage is not so high that we have the ability to put more pressure on them than you can see here. Contra from below really showing why it's an all-star. Blood Puppy is going to go deal with that. I feel like he's going to flip any minute now into the more evil Blood Puppy. And some people don't like Blood Puppy. I actually don't mind him. Got 2 Hierophant. And unlike last time, I think we do have immediately enough HP to just go double deal and try to get a lot of damage going. Now, everything good that I said about the Angel deal last time is also true for our potential double deals, because we get lots of options. We can make decisions with increased accuracy. Sure, I mean, he could just hug us. Our deals for today are bad. Like, really bad. I mean, we could take 7 seals and then just have this like really crazy familiars build with the idea of maybe getting BFF. But do we want to? Yeah. 7 seals can be a little dangerous, but whatever. We've had several runs on this channel where we've totally, absolutely popped off with our familiars. And there's no reason to think that we can't still do that. Now we could consider throwing our life into this sack room, because it's early enough and we still have a lot of HP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 HP. No idea where the secret room is. At 3. I mean, it's funny because I don't know what we would really expect to gain, because again, we are Tainted Isaac, and so it's really a question of, are we really about to just put our life into this sack room? One thing that I do more or less refuse to do is lose this bone heart, because I think the bone heart is invaluable to us. And this could end up turning out to be a wash. We might end up throwing everything we have into this thing and just end up with like 30 pennies or something like that, and then we've lost all of our HP for money. But hey. No one ever said we were going to be playing optimally. Monstrance. Yeah, I'll take Monstrance. %, chance for 7 troll bombs. And really no chance for anything else after this. Oh, okay.
Paralysis.
Cute. So this next one's going to be Uriel. And we'll just fight Uriel. You can see this is the state that we were referring to before when we said he turns into like this angry version. But there is a little bit of like a dip in his cadence, and because we have monsters, we can kind of like force him to go back. Alright. Well, we get the soul hearts back. There's absolutely no reason to fight Gabriel. There was almost no reason to fight Uriel, to be fair, but you know, what happened there? We lost a lot. We basically paid our bone heart for monstrance, is what we did. Yeah, was it worth it? Only time will tell. Curse the Blind. We have no reason to go into our item room then. There is still something to be said for buying the Devil Deal now, and that's because we get a Devil Deal precedent. That's a good shot. I don't remember if Contract from Below causes us to have an increased Devil Deal chance, but if it does, then that's pretty neato mosquito. And that's what the kids would call it. Here's a happy poop. We don't know what this shop contains for all we know. Birthright, right? But might as well not risk it. 2 charge keys. Seems right. Now we are not interested really in opening our item room. We would much rather try to get a choice at a good planetarium. Just because we don't know what's in that room. Okay, so that's where our mirror is. Unfortunately, Blood Puppy, I gotta be straight with you, son. You're probably next on the chopping block. 38% chance Devil Deal. Yeah, it's super dead. Toothpicks, the deal. We did get one. It's gonna be Krampus. Get the Eye of Belial. No way of knowing if that was actually our item or not. I want to say one of them was probably going to be Head of Krampus, obviously. So hey, I would prefer to have Eye of Belial. I think Eye of Belial is way better. And we're just going to go straight to the item room. I'm not going to bother fighting Blub again, because what boss item would we really want out of it that's worth fighting him like this? I'm just going to get this item and head on down to regular case, since we do not have a bomb. Now we could theoretically buy this bomb and then go down to mines. And actually I will buy this bomb, but I will not be going down to mines early. There's really no reason to do that. We have to start thinking about what we're going to do as far as which items are we going to keep and which items are we going to give away. Catacombs 2, as you could see, I added a new mod, which is chance for planetarium. So we could see we have a 21 chance for planetarium. Some planetarium items better than others. We really would like a damage up like Terra, because Terra is very good. And there we go. But our HP situation is a lot more solved than it was on the previous run. If that makes sense. And it's because we have Book of Rev. Two golden keys. Now, Book of Rev is basically going to make sure that we're able to be rewarded every time that we play a room perfectly. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. I got Uriel again. I'll walk out. I actually don't mind the 30 pennies payout at this point, because we actually do want to still try to, like I keep saying over and over again, to buy Birthright. And we have no reason to believe that Birthright will just show up in the store, but we do have reason to look for it. It's Mom's key. I'm actually going to bomb our Dono machine again, because I believe reroll machines, or restock machines rather, start showing up instead if you do so. Mom's key, better or worse than Content from Below? Probably better. Still going to keep Eye of Belial, Toothpicks, Harbingers, all these good things. And you're already seeing the benefits of Mom's Key in these chest drops. It's a restock machine. Definitely always a chance that a restock machine could be beneficial if we find some way to create an item pedestal in this room. Mystery gift, something like that. Pandora's box. You know, and again, the normal ones that you would be looking for, unfortunately, are not so great, because, you know, if Tainted Isaac is different. You know, as the kids say, Tainted Isaac is built different, because your hard carry items need to give you stats. You know, things like Keeper Sack and Soul Locket and PhD. We went over this last time. Splitting Shot. Yeah. Sorry, Blood Puppy. Sorry, bud. I think it's your time. The Splitting Shot with Eye of Belial is rather nice. You know, and it's kind of funny. It's like, well, what if you got Death Certificate, what would you pick up as this character? And this character, I think, we would take Birthright. A lot of the hard carry items that you would take normally on this regular binding characters, I'm not convinced that you would take with Tainted Isaac. Because, like, what if we, like, yeah, maybe Sacred Heart. You might make the argument that, well, you know what, Sacred Heart's still a hard carry item, you can still take it. It's the biggest damage up in the game, and maybe we would still. But against Mother, Mother's different also. Fighting Mother is not the same as fighting most of the other bosses in the game, and not all the lead-ups too, like the Scourge. We honestly don't really want either of these, but we could take the HP up to give us more HP, and it will not refund the HP. Alright, going to head on down into the mines. We could pass to the Mines of Moria. Bum 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 bum. Or Ash Pit. 21% chance Planetarium still. Curse of the Lost. Oof. These Ash Pit enemies are awkward. I went up and to the right. Yeah, they got these bony needles. These flying skeleton flies with death rattles as our planetarium. Right, planetarium is Jupiter or Pluto, and we don't want either one.
The Hierophant.
Yeah, we don't really want either one. Now we could take Jupiter for the HP up, and I think we will. You know, because after all, we still have a 76.5% chance devil deal that is going to happen at some point. So we got our planetarium. We're happy to have it. But our damage definitely does have some sorting to do. Next item on the block would probably be Jesus Juice if we found a damage up that was better. So hopefully we do, because otherwise the mother fight's going to be very long, very tiring. Honestly, can't remember if we found our secret room or not yet. This is Ash Pit 2. So we're going to have to keep our eyes out for yellow buttons. That ladder clearly is not there. There's one, along with our store. Okay. Potato peeler. I am actually going to use potato peeler a fair amount here. At least 3 times. 4 times. Main reason being we can use that to supplement our damage and also give us a meat boy who is independent of our damage. Meat boy is going to do whatever damage it is that he does normally to enemies, and we don't have to manage him. And we're not going to. He's just going to deal extra damage. And he's not an item that's tied to us, which is really fantastic. It does get to hit us. Just going to open that door. I want to say this way is going to be the boss room. And there she be. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this key piece, and then we could just head on into the mausoleum. And maybe we'll be okay, but this run is not feeling that powerful. This run might not be possible to get back at Mother, but I do vow to get back at her at some point. Whether it's this run or not, I mean, this one, it's not looking great. You know, it's like going for Hush over and over again. You're You're bound to get some losses. Especially if you're doing like that, like if you're playing like me. Okay then. I didn't know it was possible to yeet that so far, and then the second time, like, this tiny little throw. Come on, Isaac, you can do better than that. What are the odds, right? What are the odds? But our cheers rate is almost capped, and our boss is going to be the pile. Pile of crap. He's being slowed down by famine. Dead. Okay. Void, huh? Sin robes and void. Man, oh man. I do think void is the play. I'm gonna take sin robes. And I'm gonna take void. And I'm gonna void both of these and hope for stats. Got a point of damage. Okay. We might be in the business now. Now the question is, do we want Magic 8-Ball? Gives the tower. Not really, I suppose. I don't remember if our shop contained a full charge, but if it did, we should buy it. So I'm going to go back to the shop and I'm going to try to get it, if it's in there. Now Void might be here to save us. And the reason I say that is because Void is going to give us a way to turn these extra item pedestals that we can't pick up into stats. Of course not. Of course it's not going to happen. Should have taken school back probably, but I wanted to use potato peeler. That's the truth. Well, that's too bad. We might be able to play this guy for an HP up and then just tap the HP up so we can get a heart container. Fanny pack or orphan socks? Why orphan socks? Better or worse than monstrance? Better or worse than harbingers? Honestly, I think better than harbingers. Maybe? Is harbingers better or worse than monstrance? You know what? I think monstrance is actually worse than harbingers. Because harbingers just goes and hurts things behind the scenes. So, unfortunately, we're not going to get a full charge on our item. But hey, you know what? Worse crimes have been committed. Why is Void going to save us? Like I said before, the main issue that this character has is that we can't turn our extra pedestals into stats. But now, we have the ability to do that. Because we could just void the pedestals for stats. In addition, we did void the Book of Rev. So every time that we use Void, it's going to copy the Book of Rev. That's a turret that I didn't think was going to still be there. Left hand? Nope. No thank you. And our damage is better now, so we can really start laying into enemies with Eye of Belial. Clear these rooms quickly. I don't really want to use Void until we hit our item room, which we do. Our item room is going to be Pisces or Slipped Rib. And it may be time to let go of Mom's Key, just so that we can get Pisces and cap out our tears rate. I'm going to avoid this. We get more tears rate, which is nice. Challenge room, we can do it, and we will. I don't know where that shield came from. I'm assuming it came from Mysterious Paper. Betrayal. We could Void Betrayal. And I think we will as soon as we get the opportunity to. But first things first, we'll just might as well fight the boss now that we're here. It's going to be Mask again. I'd like to appreciate Harbingers for the slowdown. There's a speed up, so we'll avoid this. Get some more range, get some more tears rate. Tears rate's looking pretty good. Still haven't found the store. We're gonna look for the store, hopefully. And hopefully the store has a full charge in it. Even find it in arcade. This is a funny room. Yeah, one of those whippy boys, he hit me. I don't like that. Thank goodness Void can give us range, because range is what we're lacking with Cricket's body. Shop contains Deep Pockets and BFF. I actually do think that we can afford to get rid of one of our tier ups at this point in exchange for BFF. And I will. Because now we look at our familiars. We almost won't have to fight that much at this rate. And our tiers may continue to get supplemented by Void. Guppy's Eye? Man, have I ever had to express my disappointment that we just can't have it all on this character, because it just is not possible. Oh well. Like even with Void, all these item pedestals are just going to go to waste. That's one of these is 48-hour energy. Okay. Okay. Good talk. But I mean, we might as well go back and Void, Void. This is some real corner case stuff now, where we cannot be sure if it's worth it. But I am going to avoid these two at least. That's some good stuff. Like, is Orphan Socks better or worse than Guppy's Eye? I don't know, man. Not being hit by creep is pretty good. I think I'm just gonna have to walk away. Straight up. Yeah, you can see our tier rate has already almost been completely rectified by Void. Void has already almost fixed the problem that we made for ourselves. And we'll just go down. So is this run more powerful than the last one? It is kind of hard to say right now, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, I think we will have more HP than we did, but I think we have less damage. But it's damage that would appear to be more because of our tier rate and BFF and our familiars, and we have two pretty heavy hitting familiars now because of BFF. Now, could we beat Mother with this? I don't know. I honestly thought in that last video that we were pretty likely to beat Mother, and then I was proven horribly wrong, especially after the Scourge fight. So we'll just have to wait and see. Oh my god. These deacons, they could be the worst. Alright, Void is prepped to go. Our item is. Doesn't matter. More tears rate. Hey, I'm down for more tears rate. The faster our tears get shot, the less likely our enemies have to hurt us. We can just put out buco damage on our opponents. It's the boss door. This is Mom, just so you know. Last shop is stopwatch. Oh. Stopwatch better or worse than one of our tiers rates? I think better. I think better by far. Kill this man. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Car battery. Oh boy. Boy, wouldn't we want car battery. Yes, we would, but we're not likely to get it, unfortunately. No, hang on now. There's a couple of rocks in this room that are destructive. And we could throw ourselves again, and I say it every time. We could throw ourselves on the sack room for car battery. And we might be in the market for that. We could use car battery, could replace something like, I don't know, Pisces, get rid of another one of our tier ups. Because we're getting tier ups from Void, remember. And you know what, I think we should. I think we should try to get money from the sack room. Okay, we did it. Okay. And I said we were going to get rid of Pisces. We're going to void both of these, because now we have car battery. Damage capped out our speed. This other stuff too. Okay. And 2 soul hearts. %63% chance angel deal. I think we're going to take the body for the HP. Seven troll bombs. Can't remember what the next one is, the next payout, because they're trying to walk in. It's like, oh, the body. And I'm like, yeah, but we already have it though. I want to say it's Uriel. Yeah, Uriel. And then this hit is 7 soul hearts or 30 pennies. And honestly, kind of hoping for the pennies. Kind of hoping for the pennies. I'm gonna get a book touch with Monster Manual. A giant fruity plum. Let's go. I don't know what rune this is. Oh, it's Jera? 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 Jera. Let's get one more tap on this sack room. Make it happen. It is pennies. Okay. I'm actually gonna Jera these pennies. Oh, I forgot. We also got, yeah, that's right. Got the shade also. I was like, why is the shade running around here? Because car battery cared about us activating our car battery cared about us activating Monster Manual also. Battery? No, dang it. Okay, we're gonna go back to the shop. I know this has been a long floor, but it's been worth it. It's definitely been worth it. We've been able to rectify our problems here. Okay, we got a full charge. So I think I'm gonna full charge, and I'm actually gonna go void Monster Manual. I could void the body, but I kind of want Monster Manual. Yeah, I kind of want Monster Manual, actually. I wouldn't mind Mom's Box either, to be fair. We don't need Mom's Box. Deck of cards, nah. Compass, nah. Magic Fingers, and Crooked Penny. Actually, oh darn it! I was really hoping. Give us back Void. Oh, now Keeper Sack? Now you show up, bud? Game's got jokes. Game's got a lot of jokes. Alright, well. That's just too bad, ain't it? I don't really know where the secret room is. It's not below here. Maybe here? Maybe here? Well, you know what? That's all right. So we don't get birthright. We don't get Birthright, and Keeper's Sack shows up way, way, way after we needed it. So that's fine. That's okay. We'll just go ahead and we'll fight Mom like this. Okay, and we will still take the negative. We'll check our angel deal. Just going to be Trisagion or Star of Bethlehem. Now remember, I don't believe Star of Bethlehem goes with us. And I'm actually considering giving up. Sin Robes. Maybe even Orphan Socks. Maybe it's time for you to go. As even though Star of Bethlehem, although Star of Bethlehem helps us get through the areas without having to do them really. We could just slowly go through the rooms. But remember, what I was going to say is, remember, Star of Bethlehem can't go with us into the Mother fight. And I love Trisagion. Hit enemies multiple times at once. This is hard for me. Like, I know a lot of people would just immediately snap and take Star of Bethlehem. But I really do like Trisagion a lot. It's really good against bigger bosses. But Star of Bethlehem is a hard carry item. I think I'm going to take Trisagion. Especially with Cricket's body, like, you're going to be dealing a lot of damage with Trisagion. Okay. Live and die by our choices. Let's go. Welcome to Corpse. And we no longer have Orphan Socks, so we are going to have to be careful about creep, which is okay, because I more or less have been careful about creep. Now if someone were to ask me, is this run more powerful than the last one? Yeah, I think so. Now I think it is. We have the privilege of having Eye of Belial, Cricket's Body, and Trisagion to sort of like do a lot of layered damage to our opponents. Well, we have BFF, so we also have like a backup version of HP that we could deal to the opponents. The only thing we do have to be concerned about is the fact that we can't see what we're doing. I fat fingered the Sun card. Turn 1, curves out of Rosa, red was a broken heart. I mean, we can't use the item, so why would we do that? Like, we could take the Lover's card here into the secret room. Sigil Baphomet, yeah, it's really good. You know, and we could do this. And I mean, yeah, I will. Isaac's Tomb or Inner Child, yeah. See, you see, that's not what we wanted to see. Sigil Baphomet is an amazing trinket that is more or less gonna make us semi-invincible as long as we kill enemies within enough time to grant us the immunity. It gives us like a second of invincibility every time we kill an enemy. So we could just walk up to enemies kill them, slap them, and then not have to worry about the rest of the enemies in the room. Really good. Okay. I'm gonna go back to this room over here. Alright, go in here, we're gonna go ahead and void both of these. Our tears rate. Fortunately, Void has been pretty stingy with damage ever since we picked up the negative, but hey, you know, whatever, man. It's gonna be Rock Gut. And you can already kind of see what I was talking about when I said before, like, Trisagion is really good against enemies that shoot, or enemies that are really large. It's Marrow, or the Screw. Marrow's going to give us another Bone Heart, so I'll happily take Marrow. And yeah, we'll go ahead on down. Curse of the Unknown. We know we have 11 HP. And we know that 2 of those HPs are Bone Hearts, so it's really more like 13 HP. Game's got jokes. It wants to show us, hey, like, you not having HP is going to make you nervous. Yeah, well, the joke's on you, game. I'm not on my keyboard right now. You know, I'm not worried about this. I can do my dodging more or less the way I wanted to now. I'm going to be trying to use Void on cooldown because it's going to give us familiars. I want familiars. You may also notice that here in Corpse 2 there's absolutely 0 chance for a deal, 0 chance for Planetarian. There hasn't been a chance for Planetarian for a long time, but we cannot get a deal on this floor. Not that I think we need a deal at this point. I think our build is very strong. We can outgun a lot of enemies. A lot of bosses, we can outgun them. Now if we find the boss room, I think I'm going to wait on Void. Because it does give us 2 more soul hearts. If we get hit twice during the fight, I can immediately slam Void. All of our familiars are twice as big because of BFFs. Now, do I think that there would be 6 more rooms before we get to Mother? Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. I ain't gonna be a coward. Now, Sigil Baphomet's doing a lot of work to help us offset the fact that we can't see incoming bullets due to Trisagion. And I am very grateful for that, because that is one of the downsides to Trisagion, is the fact that you can't see your own shots after a while. Sigil Baphomet's just basically saying, hey, you took a damage, big whoop. You would have taken damage rather, but now you're not going to. We got a little delirium. And there's the boss room. Perfect. We've got a lot of familiars with us and BFF. Let's just go ahead and let's take this B down. I'm actually surprised that they lasted that long against our wave of nonsense. No, because it's a lot of nonsense that we're throwing. You know, and again, we have also the stopwatch, so like this is just an absolute slacking. You know, not to mention we have a full rack of HP. Yeah. I mean, maybe I understated how much more powerful this run was than the last. But anyway, we did it, guys. Got instant revenge. Instant karmic justice has been served, folks. Here today. What a crazy run. We ended up doing exactly what we wanted to do with BFF at the end. A bunch of familiars thanks to Monster Manual. Void showing up at the 11th hour to save our run. So, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.
This is what I am to you?
Catch you later,
A
everybody.
monster?
No, Mama, it's just...
After all I've done for you, this is how you view me? You think I'm a monster?